You don't remember the last 5 minutes before you were born. Nobody does. But those 5 minutes happened. Your heart was beating. Your lungs were full of fluid. You were curled in complete darkness, in complete silence, with no idea what was about to happen to you. And somewhere outside, a chain of biological events was either going to work perfectly, or you were never going to exist at all. Most of them go right. Yours did. You have no idea how close it was. You didn't arrive. You survived. The last few minutes before birth are not a gentle transition from one world to another. They are one of the most physically violent sequences the human body ever goes through. Every single one of your ancestors, going all the way back to the first living cell in the first ancient ocean, managed to survive long enough to reproduce. Not one of them failed. Not one link broke. Ice ages, mass extinctions, famines, plagues, wars, every catastrophe this planet has ever produced, and your line came through all of it, unbroken. Her uterus is contracting with a force of roughly 100 pounds of pressure per square inch. That is more pressure than a professional boxer generates with a punch. And it is happening to you, over and over, every 2 to 3 minutes. Your skull, which is not yet fully fused, is being squeezed through a passage that is barely wide enough to fit it. The bones of your head are overlapping slightly, reshaping in real time. This is not a malfunction. This is the plan. Every time a contraction peaks, the blood flow through the umbilical cord is temporarily reduced, which means every 2 to 3 minutes, your oxygen supply briefly drops. A fetus carries a different type of hemoglobin than an adult. Fetal hemoglobin binds to oxygen roughly 30% more efficiently than the kind you have in your blood right now. You had a superpower for exactly as long as you needed it. Then it was gone. The stress of birth triggers one of the largest surges of adrenaline ever, larger than what an adult would produce jumping out of a plane. This surge clears the fluid from your lungs. It prepares you to breathe air and then you cried. Not because you were sad, because crying is the fastest way to expand your lungs to their full capacity. Your first sound was not an expression of emotion. It was engineering. Before birth, there is a small opening in the wall between the two chambers of your heart, called the foramen. The moment you take your first breath and your lungs inflate, the pressure, your heart rewires itself in real time. The first breath you ever took didn't just fill your lungs. It restructured. In most people, that opening closes completely, a tiny structural echo of who they were before they arrived. For almost all of human history, those 5 minutes killed people. The fact that you made it through those 5 minutes is not something you should take for granted. Billions of humans across history didn't. You are a sequence of biological instructions 3.8 billion years in the making. You are the product of your skull compressed and reformed on the way out. Your heart restructured itself on your first breath. Your brain fired at a level it will never reach again. And you remember none of it. The most extreme physical experience of your entire life happened before you could form a single memory. Every person you have ever met went through those same 5 minutes. The person who annoys you most in the world. The person you love most. Every stranger you pass without looking at. All of them arrived the same way. Compressed, flooded with adrenaline, heart rewriting itself, lungs inflating for the first time. All of them survived something they will never remember. We spend our whole life. The chain didn't break. It never broke. Not once in 3.8 billion years. You were never guaranteed. You were never inevitable. You were just the one who got here.